Hey, my friends. So this is yeah, sorry for the lack of updates and everything. This is just going to be a short one, maybe, because you all know I get long-winded. uh, yeah, I've been so it'll be what am I 5 weeks past? So I'm 5 weeks into my recovery from foot surgery, which was not a small ordeal at all. There's I would post up a picture on this video of my foot, but for the squeamish, I'm probably going to leave it off. And also for the sake of no editing, this is just shooting from the hip video. Well, I'm sitting here on the couch because I have 6 weeks of non-weight bearing, can't walk on my foot at all, and I have to keep it elevated because I'm 5 weeks in, and it's definitely still gets swollen, and uh, I have maybe some of you are experts at this, but I have kind of a neuropathy thing happening in that foot where it still really feels. You ever sit on your foot too long or sit funny and you get up and it's your foot's full of pins and needles, but so if you try to walk on it or you touch it or anything, it's really sensitive and it hurts kind of thing. It's not hurts, but uncomfortable. It's weird. It's really weird. So my foot's kind of permanently like that right now. So when they do cast changes and things like that, it's so freaky. It's not enjoyable at all. It doesn't hurt. It's just bizarre, weird. It's like, yeah, when you have, yeah, if something falls asleep, like a limb or a hand or foot, and you touch it and it's like makes you kind of jump. Yeah, it's not fun. But the surgery itself, like everything is healing up really well. So I had a titanium screw put in my heel area, and they had to do something with some tendons and reattach them or something, or attach them in different places. And uh, then there was a bone graft thing that they had to do, that they took some bone out of my shin and put it into my foot and used my own bone for that. So my foot was a mess. And yeah, no wonder it hurt, right? So anyway, yeah, so it's been 5 weeks, so it's been longer than that since I posted a video, and I figure I better get on it and keep you guys updated. And plus, I just wanted to. And oh, so here's the fun part. What, 3, 4 days after my foot surgery, my body decided it would be a good time to pass a kidney stone. So, which is one of the more painful things I've ever experienced in my life. And that's, it took 5 or 6 days. And so I went to the ER twice for that, just for pain management. And they did do a CAT scan and found that there was 2 kidney stones in there, and one of them was in the duct that goes between the kidney and the bladder. So that one was actively moving, and then I think the other one must have went too. I don't know, and I don't know for sure, but it was a long drawn out thing, and that was not the thing to have happen right after surgery, because getting up, going to the ER a couple times, and being in that pain while you're while your foot's all wrapped up in a splint, and yeah, post surgery, it was just not a good time. Not a good time at all. Um, but anyway, that's resolved for the time being, at least. And water with lemon squeezed in it seemed to really help break that thing up or pass it or something, maybe. And yeah, so now I have. So next week is going to be 6 weeks in, and I get the cast off. And so I went from a splint for 2 weeks to a cast for 2 weeks, and now I'm in another cast for another 2 weeks. And then I get to have that cast off, and I have like this boot thing I put on, and I can start to put weight on my foot, and hopefully be in a place where I'm not having to be on the couch as much as I am and elevating it constantly and that kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully the beginning of life's hopefully starting to get back to normal, and so I'm looking forward to that. But it's going to be a while. I imagine the recovery process is going to put me out to Halloween, Thanksgiving time. So it's been a summer of non-events. Is those of you that follow Instagram and things like that, I know that I was out camping and traveling, getting as much in before surgery as I could. And but now that in California half the world seems to be on fire, the air is full of smoke and everything, and most of the national forests and everything are completely closed um, due to fire danger. So it's not a bad summer to be locked inside, to be honest. Um, yeah. So what's coming up? I think no promises, but yeah. So anyway, I've been recovering here. Haven't always felt energetic enough to really um, get on it and make videos. It's and also just having the time for that in a way that's I can't go run off somewhere, so it's or is there people around and that kind of thing getting in the way, and then there's times where I'm just tired, need to rest and that kind of stuff. But overall, I'm doing well, and if you do want to see a picture of my foot, just check out my Instagram. It's on there. I'll leave it out of this video for people that are squeamish. It's kind of weird looking. But yeah, go to Instagram and look at that. And anyway, coming up, I think there's some video ideas and chit chats we can have in the meantime while I'm still kind of locked inside. And once I'm all up and running, though, there's a couple plans, and that's I'm going to do some. The Forerunner is going to be uh, coming up. Yeah, this coming year is. It was made at it's a 92, and it was made at the very end of 1991, which means it's 30 years old now. So it's still going strong. It's amazing to me. Old cars would never have done that. Never. Um, which is really cool. And 30 years in, man, it's like, so you run this thing around your house, in your head. My head is a house. Is it time to trade up? Is it time to, you know, think about something else? Those kind of things, like 30 years is old in the tooth, no matter how good you take care of something. But then I decided, it's a new Forerunner, you're talking 40, 50 grand minimum. And then to kit it out and everything, you're way into money. I could take a little bit of money and do some restoration on old Bessie, and she'd be amazing. So that's what I'm going to do. And first things first is redoing some of the interior. So what I want to do, we'll see how motivated I'm feeling later on, but from the couch, what I have in my head definitely needs to happen is taking the front seats out and reupholstering those. So I'm going to redo them in leather because they were originally leather, and I'm thinking about a two-tone because I think that'll be cool. And then with the contrasting colors, so one color will match the gray interior and another color will be contrasting, and maybe do part of the dash pad in the contrasting color, the shift knobs, and maybe the console lid, that kind of thing. I think that would be fun, just kind of an updated, more modern look in there. And while the seats are out, maybe um, pull out the carpet because it's been in there for 30 years. Take it to one of those power washers, and just hose out the carpet. And then just go from there. See what else I find. I don't know, and maybe redo some wiring since I have everything out. I can make it really nice. Yeah, and then we'll just see what else gets uncovered from that. And then under the hood, I think I'm thinking about doing fuel injectors and all new rubber hoses and lines and things like that. So that'll be a project because the whole upper part of the motor has to come off to get to that stuff. And if I go that far, I'll probably take off the valve covers and put fresh gaskets, reseal those, and maybe the NOx sensor and some of those sensors that are under the intake plenums, maybe replace those too since I'm in there. Maybe do a timing belt at the same time. It's a little early, but possibly do that. So, all right, that's it about four-wheel drives, overlanding. Definitely have some ideas for some camps and some trips and things like that. Definitely want to get back into doing, when I'm able, get back into doing stuff about bushcraft. So we'll talk about bushcraft skills, go out and do some bushcraft style camping, and wild edibles, that kind of stuff, and wilderness survival, and how that overlaps with backcountry activities. So overlanding, four-wheel driving, mountain biking and stuff, we can get way back farther back into the wilderness really quickly compared to just hiking or something or camping, and how wilderness survival would overlap with that because you get 50 miles back by lunchtime and something happens and you're on your own, you know. So being comfortable going out in the woods without needing like 18 different satellite communication danger, you know, emergency equipment, stuff like that. So um, I think understanding these things is important for anybody that goes out into the outdoors, right? Have to be self-sufficient. So I think that would be a fun area to go into. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. I think maybe once a week, every couple of weeks, just doing some random life videos. I think y'all get to know me a little bit more and stuff like that too. And just, I think it would be fun to just throw out some videos about just other aspects of life as well. So keep things entertaining. And I know all the rules are you're supposed to keep your channel on topic and things like that, but I hate rules, so we're going to break them. And yeah, if you haven't, more updates typically are on Instagram, like just if you want to kind of keep up with things. So follow me there, just more, you know, in the moment type updates, things like that. So hopefully I'll be spitting out some videos here a little bit more often because I think even from the couch now that I'm feeling like more energetic and that kind of thing, that I can, there's some things we could have some chats about. And one is being responsible in the wilderness because these fires and the way the environment is out in the American West, at least, and other parts of the world, we're seeing it. We have to start doing things differently. And those of us that use these spaces have to be the catalyst and example for that. So, excuse me, I have hiccups right in the middle of a video. How great. I think those would be some fun topics. So, yeah, stick around. If you're new here, hang out, subscribe, and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll see what I got. Some months of recovery left, weeks, months, I don't know, going into the holiday season. And then hopefully 2022 will be fun and exciting for all of us and in many better ways. So, in the meantime, y'all take care of yourself with Delta things and all that kind of stuff. Take care of yourself and your loved ones and be smart, be safe, take care of the environment. If you're in dry areas, no campfires, watch where you park. Catalytic converters can get hundreds and hundreds of degrees. They can light things up out there. So be responsible, be smart. So, all right, guys. Peace. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.